Leisure and Recreation, a documentary narrated by David Fisher. Carnivals were a time of religious celebration and popular recreation seen in festivals and processions. It would always follow Lent and some holidays in February and March. It was a time of reveling for Catholics, especially in Mediterranean Europe. Drinking, masquerading, and dancing were popular things found at carnivals. A combination of plays, processions, and rowdy spectacles turned established order upside down. Carnivals gave people a chance to release their pent-up frustrations and aggressions before life turned to its usual pattern.
Despite the spread of literacy, the culture of the common people became more oral than written, and people were commonly communicating at carnivals.
Citizens would crowd the streets to watch performers, as well as plays, go on, as this was a great form of escapism at the time. In cold months, families gathered around a fireplace to talk, sing, tell stories, do craft work, and keep warm together. In a woman's leisure time in this time period, they would usually gather in a cottage to chat, sew, and spin. Men were always found at the tavern to drink and talk with buddies in social places and discuss women most of the time. Liquor would commonly be drunk at this time because it fell in price due to improved techniques for distilling grain in the 18th century. It was the most common drink found at carnivals. Towns and cities had a wide range of amusements which had to be paid for because the 18th century saw a sharp rise in the commercialization of leisure time activities. Fairs had prepared foods, acrobats, freak shows, open-air performances, optical illusions, and spectator sports like horse racing. Blood sports were a common activity found at carnivals and remained popular. They included things like bull baiting and cockfighting. In bull baiting, the bull is attached by a chain in the courtyard and attacked by ferocious dogs for amusement. The bull was then sold as meat. Cockfighting had two roasters which were armed with razor-sharp steel spurs and slashed and clawed at each other in a small ring until one died. Educated elites only tended to see superstition, sin, disorder, and vulgarity in these festivities. This attack on popular culture intensified as an educated public embraced the critical worldview of the Enlightenment. This drove a wedge between the common people and the educated public. This played an important role in the emergence of sharp class conflict in the era of the French and Industrial Revolutions.